lines crossed. We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better. I try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart and I won't dare to say.
Hello friends, this is a totally different video. I've never done this type of video before, so I really hope that you enjoy it and like the meals that I make in today's video. But this video is what me and my family eat in a day, but based off of summer foods, so like summer fruits and veggies and meals and drinks, stuff like that. But we are starting off with breakfast, and in this video I will also be sharing with you what me and my fiance eat, and then what I feed my son. He sometimes eats different things than me and my fiance because he's super picky, but I'm just going to share that with you. And then, like I said, I am getting ready for breakfast, and so I did go outside and cut up some of the chives from our pot that we grew. And for this hash, we are making like a breakfast summer hash, and so you will need some eggs, chives, bell peppers, onions, zucchini, salt and pepper, olive oil, and some potatoes. But you can also add like spinach and kale, garlic, stuff like that. Honestly, anything you can add. It really is so yummy with spinach or kale because it gives it like a nice crunch, and you get your greens in there, and it's just so tasty and yummy. And I love topping it off with ketchup as well. My fiance hates ketchup, but I think ketchup is so delicious with potatoes and eggs. It's just so yummy. But I am going to start cutting up all the produce and veggies, and then once they're all cut up, we'll start cooking.
You have in front of you, or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time. No, I don't wanna waste my time. No, no, I don't wanna waste my time.
So for this meal, I was following a recipe that I found on Pinterest, and it looked so yummy. It's just like my normal hash that I make, but again, I found it on Pinterest, so there was a recipe I was following, and I will leave it down in the description. So if you are interested, you can get it and follow it for yourself if you do want to remake it. But for the potatoes, it did tell me to boil them, and normally I don't boil them. I just throw them in the air fryer for like 15 to 18 minutes. But this one, it did want me to throw them in a pot and let them boil for like 5 minutes, and then put them in a pan to like cook the rest of the way. And it worked honestly fine, but it was just a little different than like what I normally do. I usually like them crispy and crunchy, and the air fryer does that. So it honestly is what you prefer. You can boil them and then saute them, or you can just throw them in the air fryer or just bake them, whatever you like. But now I'm working on my son's breakfast. I chopped up some strawberries and put blueberries on his plate, and then some peach yogurt. We got some yogurt when we went grocery shopping, and we have both like really loved it, so we are going to continue buying yogurt. But he loved the peach yogurt, so I did give that to him too for breakfast. And now the potatoes are done being boiled, so I am throwing all of the produce in that pot so that they can all cook together. They have been cooking for a while, so I did just want to cook them until everything started turning brown, and I knew that lots of the items and like the produce and vegetables were cooked and ready for the eggs. So then I made some spots for the eggs to go, and you can throw as many eggs as you want. One thing that I do recommend is putting more olive oil down where like those little holes are where you're putting the eggs, so that the eggs don't stick, because mine stuck really bad to like certain spots because they weren't being flipped, and a lot of the veggies already took all of the oil that I did throw in the pot in the beginning. So just put more down so the eggs will come up like very softly after they're cooked. But anyways, I did throw in the eggs and then put more seasonings on them and then just let them cook. And then I did try to flip them over because I don't like super runny eggs, and neither does my family. We like them more cooked than super runny. So we did try to flip them, but they broke apart, and then I just placed all of the food on plates so we could serve it, because after that I knew it was already a disaster and already messed up. But everything was so yummy and it tasted fine. It was just kind of hard to cook, and I don't think I would cook my hash like this again. I think I would rather just cook it how I normally do, which has like the vegetables separate from the eggs, and then I cook like the eggs in a different pan and I do them individually. But this is a really great way if you don't have lots of time, and if you're good at making eggs like this, then it's for you. But personally, I'm better at just doing them one at a time. And here are our breakfasts fully put together. It does look delicious and it turned out so yummy. Again, I put some ketchup on my plate because I love ketchup with my hash, and Andres has nothing because normally he'll put hot sauce and I do not like hot sauce, so I just left his for hot sauce. And then I also added the yogurt. I had the peach yogurt and Andre had strawberry yogurt, and then Lucas also had peach yogurt, some scrambled eggs, and strawberries and blueberries, and it was just such a great breakfast. Andre and I loved our hash, and Lucas loved his eggs and his yogurt and strawberries. He's still not for sure like on blueberries, but sometimes he'll eat them, but mostly strawberries are his favorite. Well, that is it for breakfast. Like I said, it was really yummy, and it really tastes so much better with some ketchup on it. I just love how that tastes, but it was super yummy. And now we are going to move on to lunch. For lunch, I did step outside once again and cut up some of our mint with our mint plant because I'm making like a watermelon, cucumber, feta, mint, and basil salad, and it was so delicious, super fresh and cooling. So this salad would honestly be so perfect on a hot summer's day. It was just so like refreshing and cooling. And what you'll need for this one is some salt, pepper, lemon, watermelon, basil, mint, feta, olive oil, and cucumber. You can also add like blueberries or strawberries, raspberries in it. It would taste good with all the fruit because, like I said, it's very refreshing. And you just cut up all of the produce as well as the mint and basil and just throw it all into that bowl, and then top it off with some lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper, and mix it up. And it is so easy to make and so delicious.
With your back next to me. I know, this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make, and I can feel the tension every time we're close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. Good when dancing is one. Good when dancing is one. Good when dancing is one. Good when dancing is one.
Also, all of those colors mixed together is so beautiful and just so vibrant, especially for summer. They just all look really pretty together, and again, just tasted so yummy. I did not know if my son was going to love or hate this salad, so for his plate, I did just put some watermelon and cucumber and just some feta on the side, and he ended up not eating any of it, so Andre just finished it all. But I wanted to try and see if he would, because if he were to try some cucumber or feta or watermelon, he would love it. He just is so picky that he won't even try it. He has had watermelon before, but it was like last summer, and then sometimes he does eat cucumber, but it's not like his best fruit or vegetable. Like, he really loves bell peppers, but cucumber he's still working on. Also, I have never put lemon, salt, pepper, or olive oil with my watermelon or cucumber or feta, but honestly, it wasn't too bad. You couldn't taste any of it. It just flavored it up a little bit more. Maybe I didn't put enough, but I think it was perfect how I made it. Again, super refreshing and so tasty, but I've never put that stuff on it and I couldn't taste it, so it wasn't too bad. I could definitely eat more of this right now. It was just so refreshing and so yummy. I cannot stop saying that. This was another recipe that I did find on Pinterest that I will leave down in the description. I also found the dinner recipe on there too. I just switched that one up, but it was just so yummy. I really do recommend this one, and if you do try it, also try it with some other fruits, especially like blueberries, because that would be super yummy as well. And as you could see, I did try it on camera for you so you could see my first reaction before I've ever had it. Now it is time for dinner, and this is going to be like a yummy pasta. So what you will need is some pasta, some yellow squash, pine nuts, ricotta cheese, tomatoes, parmesan, lemon, and tomato and pepper. And you can switch it up however you would like it. If you want to add some garlic or onion, or switch out the cheese or the pine nuts if you are allergic or whatever. But this is just what I used for our dinner for my family, because we all kind of love this stuff except Andre. Andre hates tomatoes, but he still ate it because it was just super good. And if you're gonna make this one, make sure you squeeze lots of lemon juice inside of it so it really holds all that lemon flavor. And then also put extra ricotta cheese so it's super creamy, because as it sits and cooks it will dry out even more. So I just recommend putting extra ricotta cheese and extra lemon juice. But now I'm going to start cutting up all the vegetables.
I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now.
This recipe also does call for a skillet. If you do not have a skillet, I'm pretty sure you could just use a pot or a different pan, but I did use the skillet since it did call for a skillet. And I just let the noodles boil, and then once the noodles were boiled, I did transfer them to a strainer and then start cooking all the vegetables. once the veggies were cooked enough, I did add some more of the water that came from the noodles. It did say to keep some of that water. And then I did add in the noodles and topped it off with some Parmesan cheese and some seasonings. I put like onion powder, garlic powder, and just the salt and pepper and rosemary. And I also added pine nuts. It does not call for pine nuts, but I think pine nuts and ricotta and lemon juice all work perfect together, so I did add those. And then I did put in the ricotta cheese and I mixed it with some lemon juice to make it super creamy. But like I said, at the end when I started serving it, I did add more ricotta cheese and more lemon just because I love those flavors together. But then I mixed it all together and then just kind of let melt. And then for something extra, I was not going to do this, but I had some of my bread left over, and I think bread that's like grilled with some butter and cheese is so delicious. And since it's pasta and bread goes well with pasta, I did decide to just grill some of my bread to go with the dinner, so that took an extra minute, but dinner was so yummy. I really hope that you enjoyed these 3 new recipes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These were totally different new recipes for me, and when I think of like summer foods, I do think of like very vibrant seasonal foods, like more fruits and vegetables like watermelon, mango, pineapple, squash, zucchini, bell peppers, like all that kind of stuff is really summery to me because it just comes from our garden. Not all of it, not right now, but later in the season, like around August, that will be harvest season, and so we will get lots of our produce from our garden. But all those produce and all those vegetables and fruits are all very summery to me, so I don't know if these meals were summery for you, but they were for me. And obviously also like fruits smoothies and green smoothies are very summery as well. I just did not make any of those in this video, but later on, like at the end of July, I think I will be sharing some summer drinks with you all if you are interested in those, because I do love making drinks as well. But for this video, I did just really want to share some meals with you, but I really hope that you did enjoy them. Again, they were so yummy, and I just hope that you look down the description if you are interested and find some of these that you want to remake. Pinterest has so many yummy recipes that are so easy and really family friendly, so I hope that if you ever need some inspiration, just go to Pinterest. It's such a great website to get some inspo from. But I will see you all again next time. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, I really hope you enjoyed it, but please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you can also follow my Instagram, Our Little Bloom, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye, friends.
I could be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. We could be gazing at the stars, but now it feels just like I wandered off.